Hey everyone, it's Matt C, and doing a video for you guys. It's just kind of the best way that I can think to put my thoughts together, I guess, after officially having a couple homemade beers. I'm getting back into, I do this about once every Christmas, it seems, once every winter tide. I put together a batch of beer and I drink it. And if I can remember to, and if it's feasible, I kind of bring it to family. But mostly, I drink it and I pay people off with it too. I ask people to do things for me, and I give them beer, and usually it works out. I wish I could give beer to my printer. So that I wish I could give beer to the Chinese government. What do I mean? What do I mean by that? So segue. Where are the books? So basically, let's do a 30,000-foot overview flyover of what's happened. So the book has been completed since the campaign began. I did kind of redraw some pages or redraw over some pages, kind of improve some of the artwork over the course of the campaign. There was a bit of back and forth about lightning colors. We did 2 test prints. The second one was approved, but all of that was kind of resolved by August. And I submitted the final content then. And then it's 6 weeks or more of waiting in the queue for the Chinese factory to print the book. And then it's about a month of shipping after that. And turns out it was delayed by a week, I think, from tariff type stuff, or maybe it was by this point it was getting towards Christmas stuff. So I think shipments are more likely to be delayed by that point, and that was November, I think. And then yeah, just arriving in port later than I anticipated, later than I was told, and a full week of U.S. customs now at this point, and I'm told either today. It's all very rough. I'm learning, like, when you're working at this high of a level, and by high of a level I mean just like hiring a company that's normally used to dealing with bigger orders, and them permitting me to hire them to do a much lower order of 1,000 books. I'm realizing that estimates are, what they are. They're estimates. So either today or tomorrow, maybe they got on a truck, and then maybe a couple days later they'll arrive here. So what does that mean? It means that they will not get to you by Christmas, which is it's really depressing me, because originally I was promising a November ship date, and that was based on hard, estimates from the printer. Remember, this is a book that has been completed since before I launched the campaign. I just kind of improved a bit of tweaks here and there over a couple weeks, but that was it. Yeah. And just in the context of indie comics right now, I don't have to tell anyone who's listening to this, I'm sure, that indie comics is a bit of a flux right now between expectations versus reality, between different people of different philosophies trying to work out what should comics be, and really customers trying to figure that out, honestly. I'm sure it seems that most customers are okay, and I don't fault any customer, but there's a lot of customers who are backing things because they like the entertainer behind the YouTube platform. And this is kind of like a way of, like, just kind of getting a bit of merchandise and supporting their YouTube efforts, and that's 100% fine. There's been blowback in terms of quality, in terms of shipping on time, shipping quality content on time. That's been an issue. Honestly, I think it's really stupid. This is me. I think it's personally really stupid to hey, sorry. I just decided to end this in the middle of recording just to make sure that my headphones are working. Turns out they are. Yeah, so basically, I just wanted to let you know, I just wanted you guys to hear my voice explain this, that in the future, I'm going to make sure that there's a lot less back and forth with future campaigns. I have another, two homemade beers in. I already have the next book in the chamber ready to go. It's just a matter, I just want to fulfill and have a bit of downtime before I launch. But I'm not going to even submit the thing to the printer until I know that I don't need to converse with them anymore about what they need. I thought I knew everything they needed, and I learned a bit along the way this time around. The output, the final product for this book is exceptional. I keep watching these campaigns. Some people got nice covers, some people got nice stories, some people got nice art, but KYRIE has got it all. I'm sorry. And it's got the page count. So I don't know. I think this is the best indie comic I've seen in a while. I'm a little biased. Turns out I'm the 90th most successful campaign in 2019, which I think is a huge credit to the backers, to the support that we've been able to find. I launched a bit of like the first 20 pages of this, which I ended up redrawing for this campaign. But the first 20 pages in 2015, I think it was, raised like $1,300, and that was a whole different thing. That was just digital only, and I was giving it away so I could, I raised $1,300 so I could quit the job that I hated 2 weeks early. That was a whole different thing. But this time, it costs about $7,000 to print this and ship it, and pay for perks. And we've been able to cover all those costs because we're about at $7,000 right now, which is fantastic. Yeah, so it's been good. It's been a great learning process, and I got you it's a fabulous book. I just I'm not printing in China anymore, that's for sure. Tariff costs, you've heard about tariffs in the news. I can attest to the fact that they are real and they are not insubstantial. I have to personally pay them. It's a fine for doing business with China, and it sucks. It's a penalty, and I've learned from the penalty. I will be doing business domestically so that I can avoid these penalties and so that I can get the book to you faster. So I'm going to be working with the same printer because they do fantastic work. I can't find a better printer for a reasonable price. And I just want to follow through with the series at least with the same printer, so I'm getting you, there's no variation in quality. And this is already top tier. Again, I think this is the best book on Indiegogo right now in terms of density, art quality, storytelling, paper quality, cover stock, giving away original art. They're all getting signed with doodles in them. There's a lot of stuff, and we've had a good time. But honestly, it's been 6 months now at this point in all the things. So the campaign is more or less been most of, from late summer all the way to the end of the year, and that's rather exhausting. So the campaign is going to stay open. Oh, I have to tell you where your books are. So the books are about 2 days away, and I'm about 12 hours away from leaving my place of residence. I can't stay to pick up the books. So I'm having a friend pick them up for me, and they're going to sit here for just a few days through Christmas, which really sucks, but I have all the shipping supplies I need. So the moment I get back after Christmas, I'm going to be packing all these, have everything ready. I'm finishing up the last, original art tier drawings tonight. And then it's just a matter of, I'm just going to sit down. It's only going to take, I have about 160 books or so for 140 backers. I've gone over and over all the print labels. Everything is worked out. I have a really nice, super cool spreadsheet on what everyone is getting for each tier. And I'm going to, I actually need to do a video on that, what I've learned over this campaign, because I've learned a lot. I did a lot of test driving of certain ideas, some stuff I've seen other people do. I've seen a lot of stuff. And I also did some things that I don't think anyone else has done. And most of those things that no one else has done, I think I learned why they haven't been doing them. But that's another tangent. But it's only going to take, just like I promised, that it was only going to take a day to really, one night to pack everything up. It's still just going to take one night. I get back a week from now, thereabouts, on a Saturday, and I'm going to pack them all up on Sunday, mail them out on Monday, and that will still technically be before the new year, because it will kill me to not have you know that the books are on your way before the new year. Hopefully people start to get them before the new year. That would be great. Just word to the wise, for tax purposes, it's really important that you start and end and fulfill a campaign in the same tax year. So there's financial incentive. Don't want a penalty for having this go over into the new year. Extra incentive, but honestly, like integrity-wise, I don't want this passing into 2020 without you guys getting books. I'm paying for extra for tracking for every book. So you should be getting an email about your tracking number. If not, it's just a matter of messaging me, emailing me, or leaving a comment on the Indiegogo or on Twitter @MattKrotz. Any way you feel like it. MatthewKrotz@gmail.com. Just contact me. Ask me if you haven't already gotten it automatically. Ask me for your tracking number and I'll get it to you. Keeping everything pretty organized. So yeah, it's just got to set it up and do it. But the books should, I was expecting November. It started after things were in the printer's hands. It started to slip into December, and then it's taken up most of December to get them. And I'm running a micro campaign, and I'm doing it using shipping containers, and international politics are involved, and big factors at play. Things that are outside of my control that are really very frustrating, that it would have been smart of me to better understand. Try to minimize those factors. That's where the mea culpa is, honestly, I think, is yes, I kind of learned a thing or two, so I don't have to get the test reprint lightened. I know how to set up CMYK to be just as bright as I need it to be for the RGB that I'm used to. You know, that's kind of technical printer lingo, but that's not going to be a problem. So maybe I can apologize for that too. But I've learned that now, but I should have minimized the factors that were not going to be in my control, such as getting the books mailed here from halfway across the planet. That kind of sucks. So anyway, I'm out of breath apologizing. Yeah, I feel like crap, but now you know where the books are. It's just they'll be at their final destination with me. Well, they'll be with me at my home. They will not be with me because I will be elsewhere. They will be at my residence. 20, like, I don't know. It could be 48, could be 72 hours or so. And then about 4 days after that, by next weekend, that's when everything's getting packed up. Only takes one day. Won't be a multi-day thing. I have a post office right next to my work. I'm going to have everything pre-labeled and paid for, so I just have to drop it off. It's a couple international orders that I have to do at the counter. Do that over lunch. And then, yeah, the rest will be just waiting to see what you guys think about it. So as soon as you get it, do me a huge favor and let people know online that you got it. If you like doing reviews, please give me an honest review. Tell me what you think about it. I love to hear what strangers have to say about it. I like to know what friends have to say about it, but I don't trust them. I want to know what strangers have to say. Yeah, like I'm really interested in telling a compelling stories. I want to bring you in with the art. I want to keep you for the story, and don't let the fact I may have the second book quote unquote ready, but if things need to change, if I get feedback that convinces me I got to make some changes, I'm going to make some changes. That's not a problem. I want to be successful with each campaign, and that means giving you exactly what you want with each campaign. So, so final home stretch. Unfortunately, these books will not be under your Christmas tree, should you so celebrate that fine holiday. But it will be, as the new year turns its course. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. As the New Year is happening, the books will be in transit. So that's something to look forward to. New year, new book. Sorry, I'm late by probably a month and a half is what it's gonna turn into if we pick the middle of November as the original estimate. If we just say that, I'm a month and a half late. So sorry. I've already I've made plans to, and I've learned how to do better. Already talking with the printer on how to streamline this in the future, and working domestically with a factory is going to be a huge component of that. Even if that means paying a bit more on the printing. Printing in America typically does, but if that means getting the books more efficiently, minimizing the external factors that I can't control and just frustrate the heck out of me and frustrate backers, I'm going to do that for you guys. So sorry for this rambling rant, but that's the state of things. Thought it was important to just tell you, make a video for you just so you know where things are. But thanks for giving this a listen. Give me any comments you feel like giving, and I'll Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.